There we go. All right, so anybody got a question on that one? Now, again, people don't know how to do this because they were never taught. Or they were taught and they didn't listen. They didn't listen. Or they weren't taught and they didn't listen anyway. So you have several types of people that don't know how to add or subtract fractions. And that's why they can't do algebra, because they can't do rationals. All right, let's do a nerd. For some of y'all that ain't around here, that's another one.
Yeah,
you probably say Clemson. Powdersville. Where in the hell is Powdersville? I know where Powdersville is. Don't have an E. Powders, just have an R. How about Belton? Doesn't have a T, unless somebody's transplanted and lives there. And it's Belton. I'm from Belton. Where in the hell is Belton? Or the other place, you know, BHP, you know, the other place? Honeypath. Whatever. How long you been living down here? Oh, shut up. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about up there in Pendleton and Oconee and Easley. Yeah. So, I want to ask people in Easley a question. What the hell is a green wave? Is that something in a pond, a bounty, or what?
Never heard of
I just went to the school. I played the football team. That's all I did.
Well, I want you to tell me what a green wave is and why is it in Easley?
I don't know why. They just picked the wave, and for whatever reason, it had to be green.
I wondered if there was an old pond up there that had a bunch of algae in it, and they
about
busted the dam and built a school on top of it, or what? I don't.
gotta roast each other.
Shoot, that'd be a better backstory than what they said.
Well, how about Oconee? Y'all know any place where people that are transplanted pronounce it the wrong way? Or pronounce it the proper way? I know one. Westminster. Like a minister.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like a minister. It's not Westminster. Doesn't have 4 syllables. It has 3 syllables.
Westminster.
It's Westminster. It's no I in there. But you can't tell them that. Because they're perfect. They're transplants. How about in Pendleton? Where y'all from? Where y'all from live in Pendleton?
Williamston. I'm from Anderson.
Anderson. I know that. What part of Anderson? Just north, south, west, east? What part? We're such a big metropolis in Anderson.
I live on the Mill Hill, so.
Did you say Mill Hill? Did she say Mill Hill? I know where Mill Hill is. There's several
Yeah,
Mill
I live
Hills.
on the Mill Hill.
Well, in Anderson we got Powdersville, and we've got Belton, and we've got Honeypath. Trying to think of another one.
Really cheap, so I can't complain.
But people from around there, they don't pronounce it like that. They usually leave out a couple of letters.
Anderson.
All right, here we go. Let's go with 2/3 plus 4/5 minus 1/2. I'm going to let y'all do this one. And I know some of y'all invented fractions. I realize that. But I'm not here to teach the people that invented, math. I'm not here to teach y'all. I'm here to teach people that suck at math. So the first thing I'm going to do, because let's say I have no idea what the common denominator is. Now, I could multiply them together, and that may or may not be the common denominator that we use, but I'm going to make sure I get the smallest. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and give you this much. 2, 3, and 5. 2, that'd be a 1, a 3, and a 5. A 3, a 1, a 1, a 5. And in this case, it will be 30. Because what is 6 times 5? 30. So put a 30 here, put a 30 here, and put a 30 here. 3 will go into 30 how many times?
10.
10 times 2? 20, Hubert. Thank you, class. 5 will go into 30 how many times? 6 times 4?
24.
Thank you. 2 will go into 30.
50.
15 times 1.
50.
And what's 20 plus 24?
44.
44.
And minus 15? Well, 45 minus 10 is what? 35, Hubert. Thank you, class. And minus 5 more, what is it?
29.
Yeah, I'm sorry. 34 and 34, 29. Thank you. Over 30. And you feel good about yourself. But I guarantee you, there's people in these 4 classrooms, I guarantee you there's somebody that's going, I remember doing this and I suck at it, or I never did learn how to do it. And that's why they suck at algebra. Now, they get more difficult because I'm going to put more and more numbers. I'm going to put bigger numbers. All right, let's go with a nerd. Let's go with 3, or let's go with 5 over 12 plus 6 over 27 plus 3 over 30. I'll give y'all a second or two to work on that one. And if you can't do it, just write it down as being a failure. Or a disappointment, whichever one you'd like to title yourself. Oh, congratulations, Pendleton. You know why I'm congratulating Pendleton?
No, why are you congratulating Pendleton?
Because we've been teaching polycoms for 3 years, and Pendleton finally got hooked up correctly. Y'all's whiteboard works as it's supposed to. It's only taken 3 years. So y'all should feel good about yourself. Okay, nobody's going to say anything. I was just trying to make conversation while you're doing your problem. Distract you as much as possible. Settle down, Pendleton. Yeah, I figure by 2050, 2060, Tri-County will be Skyping, in all our classes. And we'll still have teachers that ask for a blackboard and a VCR. All right, so let's do it. First of all, I'm going to go over to the side, and I'm going to write 12, 27, and 30. 3, 4, 3 times 9, and 10. 2, 2, 9, 5. 2, 1, 9, 5. 3, 1, 3, 5. 3, 1, 1, 5. And 5, 1, 1, 1. Now I know that 5 times 2 is 10. So I'm going to keep that in my mind because 10 is easy to multiply by, right? All you got to do is add a 0. So I'm going to keep 10 there. Now I just got to worry about this. What is 1, 2, that's 3 times 3 times 3. That's 27. What's 27 times 2? 54. That's right. So 54 times 10 is 5 what? 40. There you go. And here's the great thing about this, because everything I do is for a reason. Look here. Let's say you don't have a calculator. That's good because we need to learn how to critically think. Watch this trick. I learned it in the war. You see that 12? How many times will 12 go into 540? Well, normal people have no idea. Unless you're Rain Man. So you go over here and you take your handy dandy highlighter and you just temporarily put a dot on 12. What's 12? 2 times what? 2 times 6. What's left? What's 9 times 5? So 12 will go into 540 how many times? 45 times. Isn't that neat? I guarantee you somebody in here has never seen that before. You don't even need a calculator. Somebody still can't believe it. Take the 12 right here, and you find it on your board. 4 times 3, or 3 times 4. What's left? 3 times 3 is 6, or 9. 9 times 5 is 45. So 12 will go into 540 45 times. So let's go back over to our handy dandy 45. 45. That was supposed to be highlighter. Sorry. 45 times 5 is 225. Somebody check me. When I ask for somebody to check me, that's when somebody should pull out their
It's
calculator.
225.
225?
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
All right, let's do the next one. How many times will 27? Well, I don't know. I don't have a calculator. So let's go over here, and I'm going to take my highlighter, and I'm going to make it blue. So where is 27? Somebody tell me, what's 27? 3 times what? 3 times 9, right? 1, 2. What's left? 4 times 5 is what?
20.
20 times. So 20 times 6. Oh, wait a minute. We need a calculator on that. 120. Now you do the last one. How many times will 30 go into 540? So do it on your own without a calculator. Take your highlighter and find 30. So I'm going to use a different color. I'm going to use my highlighter, use yellow. No, I use yellow. Use Verde. So where is 30? Well, there's your 10 right there. 10 times what? 3. What's left? 6 times what? 3. 18. So 30 will go into 540 18 times. What's 18 times 3? Dang old 54. Now the only one that I will let you get by with on the calculator is 45 times 5. But I'm not going to let you get by with that one much. Okay? The rest of it you should be able to do in your head. Or with this thing. That's the whole point of learning how to find the least common multiple. It's not because I don't like you and I think I'm smarter than you and you know everything. That ain't got a thing to do with it. The reason I teach you least common multiple is when you get BA denominators like this, that you can actually do the math without having to depend on what? Calculator. That's the whole purpose. And if you can do these without a calculator, then you can do algebra without a calculator as far as rational expressions. So 225 is 345, 345, 393 or 403. What is those three numerators added up? I'm asking y'all to add the three numerators.
399.
I'm sorry, what?
Is it $3.99 or am I wrong?
I said $3.99 or $4.09 or $4.03. I can't remember what I said.
It's $3.99.
$3.99 over $5.40. And I guarantee you there are people in here that didn't know how to do this one. You don't need to raise your hand or anything. Those are the ones I'm going to test you on. So let's do a nerd. Y'all feel good about yourself?
I feel better at the first year.
2 people feel good about themselves. Okay, that's good. At least we know 2 people's not going to wear sunglasses indoors. All right.
Jasmine Guerin just messaged me and said she tried to Skype into class.
Hey, gummit. Yeah. Oh. I'm sorry. I forget sometimes.
I was trying
Tell her to hold on. I'm sorry.
Kind of good.
I was trying to sit still longer than I looked down
Now
and
this whole thing's going to reset itself because they won't put these TVs side by side. Is it Garren?
Yes, sir.
Tell her I'm so sorry. I'll tell her when she comes on. I'm so sorry. Sometimes I forget. It's resetting itself. I don't see her come on. Did she come on yet? Miss Guerin, I'm so sorry. I suck. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I forgot all about you.
That's all right.
Next time, text your friend so she'll remind me to bring you in. I'm sorry. You only missed 2 problems, and you can catch them on the video. I am recording. Thanks to somebody reminding me. Okay, we're gonna do another one. So let's go with 4 over 125 plus 25 over. I'm trying to think of something. 35. No, let's go with 27 over 35. Let's go with that. 27 over 35 minus 1/10. Not as big, but aggravating. Those denominators kind of can be aggravating. So I'll go ahead and write them over here for you. 10, 35, and 125. And of course, I would start with 5 and see how you do. I have to chase that vodka down. Sorry. I told y'all about the history teacher in Oconee Hall that came to class every day with a red Solo cup, didn't I? He filled it up. By the 12 o'clock, he was already hammered. That's hardcore. I can't do that. Go out in his car after every hour and fill it up. I don't think there was much fruit juice in it. Let me put it to you that way. How dare you wear that NRA jacket? You're a terrorist. Racist terrorist. That's what I am. I'm a racist and a terrorist because I'm a veteran and I'm an NRA member, so I'm both.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Yep. I'm just worthless. Oh, I'm not. I'm deplorable. That's what I am. All right. So here we go. I'm going to start with 5. That'll give me a 2, a 7, and a 25. 2, 1, 7, 25. 7, 1, 1, 25. 5, 1, 1, 5. 5, 1, 1, 1. Circle these two, or the first two, because that's 10. I can handle that. Now, what is 35, or what is 25? This one's easy. Don't multiply 35 times 5. Multiply 25 times 7, and ask yourself what's 7 quarters? 25 times 7? What's 7 quarters? Put 7 quarters in your hand.
$1.75.
Thank you. It's 175. Oh my gosh. Some of y'all are saying $1.50. Okay? 7 quarters is $1.75. Now, watch this, y'all. This is a trick I learned in the war. $1.75 times 10, or 175 times 10 is 17 what? 1750, Hubert. I should have 20 students saying 1750, Hubert. But now somebody take the calculator, since y'all don't trust me, and multiply all that out. Tell me what you get. Tell me what you get with 5 times 2 times 7 times 5 times 5.
1750.
It's a miracle. That comes from Shawshank Redemption. You know, when they find out that he's gone out of the, some of y'all probably don't even, y'all don't even know what Shawshank Redemption is. It's because your parents. That's what it is. I asked somebody the other day, what was Judgment Day? And they just sat there. They didn't even know what Terminator was. My gosh. I'll shut up. Nobody's going to say anything. I'll just sit here and talk to myself. All right, now I want you to divide 125. What am I going to do? Well, I'm going to knock out those 3 5s. That'll leave 14. 14 times 4? 56. See how easy this is? But I guarantee you, somebody was never taught how to do this. So, here I go. I'm going to take my handy-dandy highlighter, and I'm going to knock out my 125. Here's my 125 right here. I'm going to knock it out. What's left? 2 times what? 7, Hubert. So, I'm going to go over here. 125 will go into 1750 14 times. 14 times 4, y'all check me, should be 56. All right, how many times? Let's do 35 in blue. I'm going to do 35. Somebody knock out 35. What is 35? 5 times what? 7. What does that leave? What's 2 times 25?
50.
What's 2 quarters? 50. So I'm going to take 35. We'll go into 1750 50 times. 50 times 27. Oh, we might as well forget that, because we can't do that. Actually, you can. You can say. You could say 10. That's going to be 270 times 5, which is going to be 1350. Somebody check me.
It is 1350.
It's a miracle.
It's a miracle.
All right, let's go here, and we're going to change this to a yellow marker. And I'm going to take out my 10, which is here and here. And what does that leave? 25 times 7. How many is 7 quarters? 175, Hubert. Good. 10 will go into 1750. 175 times 1 is... Now, it looks like to me that's going to be what? 1406? Somebody check my math. Now, 1406 minus 100 is 1306. 1306 minus 5 is 1306. 1299, no, 1301. I'm trying to think out loud. Somebody tell me what the numerator is. I'm not going to do it.
1231.
Thank you. 1231 over 1750, and you feel good about yourself. These are doable, it's just that you got to know how to do them. Now, I'm going to ask somebody, you don't have to, I'd like to get one volunteer from all campuses to answer this question. I'm going to start with Pendleton. Pendleton, is there anybody there that has ever seen this before? Never seen this before?
I have never in my life seen anybody do this like this. Never.
How about easily?
I haven't.
Why y'all muting your microphone?
We're discussing amongst ourselves how we can help
Okay,
understand.
don't ever do that again. Okay? Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? Y'all understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Coney, have you ever seen something like this before?
No, I have not.
It's a miracle. I invented it. Y'all give me money. I'm kidding. I didn't invent it. How about you, Miss Karen?
Yes, sir.
No, I haven't seen it been done like that before.
How bad is it? Is it hard? How about Anderson? Anybody? It's not that big a deal. Now all you have to do, I've just showed you how to play the piano. Now what do you have to do? Quit.
Teachers.
What do you have to do to get better at it?
Practice.
Ask Bernie to help you. No. What do you do to get better at it? It's called practice. That's what it's called. It's called work at it. In some places, it's called raising the bar. Okay? You need to do that. You need to practice it. How do you practice it? Do the problems in homework. Then after you do those, go to the study plan in 5.3 and do more. Now, that's how you add and subtract fractions. Multiplying fractions are real easy. I'm going to show you how to multiply fractions right quick. When you multiply a fraction, you can either do it and simplify, or you can simplify and what? Do it. Which one can you do no matter what? The first one. Second one, you can't do all the time. So you got to make sure you know how to do the first one. I'll give you an example. 2/3 times 4/5. The only way you can cancel with fractions is vertically and diagonally. Vertically and diagonally. So, vertically, I can't cancel. 2 and 3 doesn't have anything in common. 4 and 5 don't have anything in common. 2 and 5, nothing in common. 3 and 4, nothing in common. So you have to do it, and that's going to be it, because I doubt very seriously that you're going to be able to simplify. So you take your handy dandy red marker or green marker, 2 times 4 and 3 times 5. And that's your answer. Pretty simple. That's why I didn't cover this first. I covered the most difficult first. 8 over 15. That's your answer. Versus simplify and do it. Here's a simplify and do it. 2 over 4, or 2 over 3 times 6 over, I really don't want to do that, no. Let's go with a 3. Let's take that out. 3 over 12. Okay? Now, I can cancel these two guys out because 3 will go into 3 one time, 3 will go into 3. 2 will go in there one time, 2 will go into 6, what? 12, 6 times. Now you do it. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 6 is what? Now you could have done it the first way. You could have went 2 times 3 is 6, and 3 times 12 is 36, and then reduced and got 1 6. That's how you multiply. Now, most of you going, oh yeah, I remember how to do that. Well, that ain't the problem with students. The problem is they don't know how to add and subtract. So let's do a narrative divide. Let's do division. Because I guarantee you most of you know how to multiply and divide fractions. Division of fractions does not exist. Why? Because you multiply by the flip-flop. Which way do we read? Left to right, unless you're from the Middle East, Masalama. If you're from the Middle East, go in peace. Okay? So if you read from left to right, the operation comes first, right? And then you flip-flop. Right? From left to right. So if I give you the following problem, 1/2 divided by 4/5, which way do we read? Left to right. So where is the operation right now? Here. So you change this to a multiplication symbol, and then you flip-flop the 5/4. I meant the 4/5. And then you fall back on multiplication. And that's going to be 5 over 8. And that's how you multiply and divide fractions. Question, right, complaint. Now, I'm going to go through the slides to finish out pretty much what this section is, but a majority of this section, and I can tell you right now, 30% of your test is going to be adding and subtracting fractions. 30% is going to be finding the least common and greatest common factor, and the other is going to be scientific notation. Pretty much, that's going to be your Unit 1 test. So make sure you can do plenty of these. I'm trying to find something that y'all don't know that we haven't covered. We've already covered. I'm not going to tell you what the numerator and the denominator is. I'm sorry. I think most of y'all know that.
25.
Unless y'all want me to you know, insult your test. Okay? Make sure you can reduce. Make sure you can reduce 54 over 90. Again, I'm not going to do that for you.
5 times 5 is 25 times 7 because we take it out of this chart.
I'm trying to find. I don't see anything that really. Okay, go ahead and write this down. Converting. Make sure you can convert a mixed number to an improper fraction. I tell students to use a C, a big C. So, first thing I do is I take my green marker and I make a C right here and I put a plus right there. What is 2 times 5? 10, Hubert. Thank you, class. 13 over 5. Now, should y'all know that? Yes. Everybody in here should know how to change a mixed number to a improper fraction. Now, why would you need to do that? Well, in a word problem or something that says a mixed number, whatever is a word problem or unit, usually it's a unit of measurement in a word problem, and it says there are 3 steps that are 2 feet and 3/5 feet high. How many is 5 steps? Where you're going to multiply. First, you got to change the 2 3/5 into a 13/5. That's how that's my alarm. In order to add, subtract, multiply, or divide mixed numbers, you have to change into what? You have to change them into improper fractions, and then you can do whatever you need to do. And I'm showing you how to do that. Okay? I'm organized. I got my phone telling me to shut up. That's basically what it tells me. So, I'm going to turn off the recorder. Now, somebody that with good critical thinking skills, tell me what you should be working on